I just saw a shadow.
Too, so did I.
Yeah, I just saw a shadow dart into that room right there.
Yep. You don't have to be afraid. We just want to talk to you. Candy and I decided to come here, Hillview Manor, to ghost hunt because I'm local to this area.
I think I just saw you come into this room. If that was you, can you make a sound?
And I've always heard stories of paranormal activity going here, even while the place was operational. I knew some employees that worked here and heard their stories and heard other stories. And now that the place was closed, and it's even more creepier than it looks when it was operational, we decided to do some more research about the place to see if the stories that we heard from former employees and everything were credible or something that we could collaborate.
I know that it was constructed in 1925 to serve as the Lawrence County Poor Farm.
Candy is my fiance, and her and I, we own a company together and we do everything together. We're the typical couple that's been together for years, so we have our little bickers as we're ghost hunting. Put it back. Press 4. Okay, then get out of the way.
We took the batteries out.
You dork.
I think. We did. Remember, took them out last night.
All right, well, we'll have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dork.
Me?
She brings a lot to the table as far as ghost hunting goes. Candy does very extensive research. She goes to a library continually. She goes to the courthouse all the time to find out about a place. She contacts employees or former residents. For example, a lot of places that we've investigated, she'll research the structure all the way back to before the structure existed.
Now, it was a working farm, so they did have to work the farm to earn their keep.
So I understand you used to work here?
Yes, I started in 1971.
Wow.
But I remember this place back when it was a poor farm.
Is that right?
There was a big farm down here.
Huh.
They had dairy cows, they had their own milk, they had their own vegetables. They canned, they did their own canning, they did their own baking of pies.
Wow. So there's a cemetery back there.
There's
also.
a cemetery, there's the Veterans Cemetery and a Patient Cemetery back there.
And was it back there in the 70s when you were here also?
It was nursing, but when you would come up to visit, you got in the front door here. You could visit with the patient for a certain amount of time, but you could not go through these doors to go back into any rooms or anything to do with the patient.
Well, it seems like you know a lot about this place, and I'm glad you decided to talk to us.
Yeah, I'm glad you came out.
Thanks so much for coming out.
Thank you, Mary.
This supposedly is the room they call the marble room, which I guess was supposedly a holding area where the bodies would stay nice and cool until the coroner could come and pick them up.